We got a little fatigued late. Tyler's been battling sickness, him and Brandon Williams. And if you just, I mean, I'm watching it, you're probably not. If you're watching Tyler he couldn't get his breath most of the night. He still has 18, he's 7 for 11. But it affects his defense and rebounding. But defensively, I thought our guys' effort was great. We gave up too many offensive rebounds early in the game. Then we struggled at the foul line, had some sloppy turnovers. Now I'm going to say two things. One, Chris made a great adjustment. He just went small. And we don't have anybody who can throw it in the post. You know, Mike Warren's not out there throwing it, you know. We really struggle to throw the ball to the man in the low post. Now, when he was getting pushed and fouled a few times when we tried to, and there was no call. But we really struggle in that area. Now, my guess is Trent and Donnie get tired. The fact that we're winning games without Sky Clark in this conference is, like, I don't care what Northwestern's record is. They're like 46 in the Ken Palm. That's what time it is. So, we can win without Sky and keep winning until we can get him back. And that they're going to ask me, and I don't know. He's trying. A hamstring's a tough injury. It's just a tough injury. Nobody wants to be back more than him. You know, this kid's been through enough, dealing with his father's strokes while he was in college and him passing away this summer. So he's doing everything he can, but we're just trying to hold down the fort till we can get him back. But Donnie and Trent, I think some fatigue factors in for us. Late in games.
Another good game defensively. You mentioned that. What's the uptick defensively continuing here again today? How encouraging is that? And what's gone into it? What needs to continue?
If you don't give up layups and dunks, you got a chance to stop people. And that's however you accomplish that. Like, I obviously get asked a lot for advice. And everybody's got different personnel. So we've been trying to adjust defensively how we do things. Stuff that, obviously to the layperson you might not see, and to our team defense to not give up layups and dunks. So we have some weaknesses that we have to hide. Everybody has them. They only had 24 points in the paint. They had 44 against USC. Now, we fouled too much tonight. We fouled way too much.
And we just
layups and dunks and free throws.
We spoke to Coach Collins earlier, and he mentioned, the hard-earned 20 that Nick had against your defense. What were you guys able to do, especially early in the second half, before you got into a rhythm late?
Just got to try to make him work for everything. Don't give him anything easy. He's shooting 52 from three. Again, I'm going to say this for these kids that are playing 37, 38 minutes like Nick Martinelli and our guards right now, it's a tough grind. I don't care. Even Superman at Purdue, it's tough. It's tough every night. So there's going to be time. Like I thought he missed a few threes that I was surprised he missed. He's a great player, man. Great player, great kid. But we tried to make him work for it. But if you lose him at all, man, he's the master of that flip shot. He's just a master of it. We really wanted to keep him off the foul line. He's averaging like 7 free throws a game. So we held him to 4.
Coach, I know you've talked about, Trent improving on defense since he's been in for Sky, but I've noticed he's been very vocal too. Can you talk about just like how he's improved in terms of communicating?
Well, if you want smart guys, you try to recruit them. So I'm not aware if Trent didn't go to Harvard Westlake as a basketball recruit. He went as a student and became a basketball player. So smart guys talk out there. The guys that don't talk that much because, coaches, you got to talk. Those guys, they're not being belligerent and just not doing it on purpose. They don't know what to say. They don't think as quick as other guys. Guys that think quick, they can talk and see things because they're smart. You just recruit smart players. But, early, I thought he passed up a layup. And, you're driving, you got these freshmen on, you just score on them. They can't stop you. So he got his confidence going. It was him and Donnie in the first half, offensively.
And Coach, it seems like every game with Trent, there's at least one play where he's scrambling on the ground for a ball. Just what do you make of just the effort plays that he makes and what he brings to the court in that way?
Well, again, the guy won a state championship, and he went to a high school where they have a high standard. So he's really never played. Again, you try to recruit. If you can recruit guys that come from places where it's not about them and it's about winning, it helps. See, he doesn't know any other way of playing the game. Even if, say, he wanted to, it wasn't going to happen in his high school career. And it's good. The problem in society, though, is that people run from that instead of running to it. That's the problem with sports today. But I was able to trick him into coming here. Hopefully I can trick him into staying. It's just the left-hand bolo pass to the cheerleaders was literally could have put me in the hospital, though.
We got time for one more.
Xavier tied his season high with 8 rebounds in only 23 minutes, and Donovan made a lot of good plays. Did you feel like it was a good encore for those guys?
Yeah. Donnie's just got, he and I are working on his free throws. His problem is he lets, we're still working on this with him. He lets play A affect play B, or shot A affect shot B. And just, you can't be like that in life or as a student athlete or a basketball player or whatever, And he's getting better at it, though. He's getting better at it. You're in the ring in a fight, man. You're going to get hit. You got to learn how to punch back. You can't think, oh, how'd I get hit? You do that, the guy's going to be all over you. So he just has that's the probably the last horizon with him. I mean that. Not worrying about offense. The ball goes in. First of all, you get fouled, they don't call it. And I know it's hard to believe, but I was an all-city player in Cincinnati. It happened all the time. So it's been happening forever. It happens. You got to just keep playing. So that's just, that's a big thing with him. He's just got to he's got to get better in that area. But I keep telling you, like I said, I thought that Eric Daly's physicality, going to get defensive rebounds, was a big key for us today. Big key for us today. So, all right, guys, thank you.